Melvin? So there I was at the very bottom, with nothing but a wagon, a mule, and a completely irrational sense of optimism. I was searching the globe, obsessed with finding the perfect material for my feed. But I had absolutely no success. Until one day, I found paradise. Oh, we're gonna be there soon.
Feliz Dia de los Muertos. Anybody in here who is Mexican, if I didn't pay the offerings to my ofrenda last night, did I miss it?
Is the most beautiful place, okay, I have ever seen.
Okay. Thank you. Because I've been really bothered by that all day. No, I didn't figure out the turkeys, but I'm trying to figure out the turkeys. I'm honestly just allowing you all to watch me make art, and we're watching the Lorax. Like, I'm not here to perform for y'all right now. Or to talk to y'all. Thank you, Kimmy. So when I feel like I'm not regulated, there's certain things that I know that I can do to get myself regulated again. One of them is to go in water, but the YMCA is closed today. Another thing I can do is to create art and watch animated movies. So I am making art and watching an animated movie. And I'm making this art as a flyer for a turkey drive that I am doing for a local church. And at first I was like, oh, I can like just make a flyer. But then I was like, no, you need to make art. People need to look at it and feel compelled just by the artistry that is exploding out of their hands holding this piece of paper. So the design that I have is this, but then there's two hands holding the church, and the sleeves of the hands are going to be designed in a pattern by the Lenape people, because this is a church in Nyack, and Nyack is on land that was formerly the land of the Lenape people, aka the Delaware people. And the hands will be various skin tones because everybody needs to help. But I just felt like I can't do, like there needs to be some presence of indigeneity in this, because I couldn't give two rats ass about Thanksgiving, but I do care about people, you know, being able to be with family and have the things.
Check it out, guys. Where'd everybody go? Little did I know that by chopping down that tree, I had just summoned a mystical creature as old as time itself. The legendary
Lorax.
Guardian of the forest. The Lorax.
So you're welcome to sit on here in silence with me and do some art.
Hey! Oh! Did you chop down this tree? No. Who did? What the? I think you did it. Leave! Vacate the premises! Take your action! Get out!
Hi, Sugars.
And who are you? I'm the Lorax, guardian of the forest. I speak for the trees. So you're telling me you just didn't see me magically appear out of that stump? With all the lightning and thunder and stuff?
I speak for the trees.
Oh, but that sounds amazing. Can I see some of that? Yeah, I can show you. But that's not how it works. Okay, didn't really happen. Oh, I know what you want. I want a lead for the cutest little guy I ever saw. How dare you? Give me that. Well, I'm gonna eat this, but I am highly offended by it. Whoa! What? Hey, mustache! Will you stop that? What's your deal, man? Time for you to go, beanpole. Hold right up. Just get right back in. We do this all day. Oh, stop right there. Oh, stop it. So you'd hammer one of nature's innocent creatures. What? No, I would never hit this little guy. You, on the other hand, I would gladly pound you and your mustache into the ground. Behold, the intruder and his violent ways. Shame on you. For shame. All right, you know what? That's it. You listen to me, you furry meatloaf. I'm gonna chop down as many trees as I need. Okay? Newsflash. Not going anywhere. End of story. Then you leave me no choice. If you're not gone by the time the sun sets on this valley, all the forces of nature will be unleashed upon you and curse you until the end of your days. You have been warned. Thanks. Yeah, okay. You have been warned. But I didn't listen to his warning. And you won't believe what happened that night. What? If you want to hear more, come back tomorrow. Hey, wait! I guess you don't really want to hear the rest of the story. No, I do. I really do. I want to hear the story. I just... Nah, you don't have what it takes. Goodbye. Wait. I have what it takes. It's all right. It's okay. I'll come back. No problem. See, here I am. Leaving. Walking away now. I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe. Maybe.
What'd you wish for, Audrey?
Well, I'd love to tell you, but sadly, according to the universal wish laws, I cannot.
I know what you wish for. Was it perhaps this?
Ted, you didn't.
Oh no, I totally did. Happy birthday, Audrey.
Oh.
So I had a dream last night, and I was conscious in my dream. Like, I literally had a dream, and then in the dream, I like had consciousness to say, this is a dream.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure to buy extra next time for you.
Oh,
Cool. Hey, I gotta run. I gotta go do.
this is a dream. You can make this outcome different.
You're not going anywhere, young man.
This outcome doesn't have to be this, because this is a dream. So you can make this outcome a positive outcome. So I literally like had consciousness in the astral plane. Just saying.
Mom, seriously, every turn? Hey, back off. Ooh. No. Okay. Family time is over. It is now personal time. I'll be in my room.
Oh, okay, dear. Have fun. I knew I could break her. Go see him.
Oh yeah. You rule. Thank you, Randy.
So someone said they like that I'm doing a handmade flyer versus Canva. It's actually going to be a combo. It's actually going to be a combo because the handmade part is going to go here. So I'm going to bring it all together
Mr. O'Hare,
in Canva.
I'm interested in trees. What's that all about?
Lucid dreaming helps with trauma. What does that even mean? I mean, to be quite honest,
I don't know about.
it was related to
I make a living.
trauma because it was about a dude. And I literally had a dream.
People talking about them.
So I had a dream that
My business. Well, I don't even know what you're talking about.
So I had a dream that I met a dude and that we had like a connection. And then I slept with him. But the like sleeping with him part wasn't in the dream. It wasn't like a sex dream. And then the next day, I saw him again. And then we were about to mess around. And I was like, oh, actually, I don't want to have sex this time. And he got like upset and was like, what's the point of this? And then deaded it. And I have absolutely had this experience. And then I basically, and then for some reason, I don't know. Okay, this part I can't explain, but in the dream, he went from being like a brother to then like a white guy with long hair. Like long brunette hair. I don't really understand what that's about. But I then became lucid and was just like, because I was like upset about it. And then it was like, you don't have to be upset about it because this doesn't have to be the story. Like, this doesn't have to be the story. This is a dream. You can choose the outcome. And I distinctly remember in the dream, I distinctly remember when I woke up this morning being like, hold up. I was awake in my dream. And I chose a different outcome. So I wonder if that is a sign of healing. So since people love to always be like, what do you do for the community? I'm literally right now making a flyer for a turkey drive that I'm working to try and make happen for a church. Do I know how I'm going to make it happen? No. But the first thing I'm going to do is reach out to the community. Okay, I'm going to go back to watching the Lorax. It's like, so I'm just...
Don't go poking around in things you don't understand, or I'll be your worst nightmare. I'm Frankenstein's head on a spider's body!
Yeah, okay, my mom's expecting me, so I'm just gonna...
Of course. Now, go back to your family game time. Grandma, just finished your turn.
How did you know?
Please, I have eyes everywhere. You got a beautiful town here, Ted. Lots of fun stuff to occupy your short attention span. Well, I can't think of any reason you'd ever want to go outside of town again. Ever. Okay, good talk. Really good talk.
Oh, no. Look out! Hey, man, hey! You need to change that doorbell.
No, you missed me.
What?
Well, you're already back. Yeah, you missed me. Right?
No, I didn't. I'm here to hear the end of the story.
Why are you so interested in trees anyway? Why aren't you like other kids, breakdancing and wearing bell bottoms and playing the Donkey Kongs?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't know. I just, thought it'd be kind of cool to have one,
It's a girl, isn't it?
What? No.
Really? Because when a guy does something stupid once, that's because he's a guy. But if he does the same stupid thing twice, that's usually good.
She's not some girl. She's a woman in high school, and she loves trees. And I'm gonna get her one.
Oh, how nice to see someone so undeterred by things like reality.
Thank you.
All right, where do we leave off?
Now that's a need. Nothing unmanly about knitting.
Yes, sir. guys. Couldn't have done it without you. You gotta be kidding me. Can he swim? Of course he can swim. Hang on, Biscuit. I'm coming to get you. Hey, you fishies. Stop that thing. Oh. Jump, jump. Come on, get up there. Go, go. A little more, a little bit more. Now what? Whoa! Okay, Pipsqueak, give me a hand. Come on, reach out for the Lorax. Where'd you go? Wait. Words. Oh, that's bad. Hey, people, wake up! What's happening? Where am I? Hey! We got trouble! And it's coming up fast! What? We're in a river! Oh, no. Just do something! Help is on the way! No, 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 no! Just a minute! No! Wake up, wake up! Yuck. Clear! I was heading into the light, and you pulled me right back, and here I am! You saved my life! Yeah, I know. Well, no, it's not that big a deal. It is a big deal. Look, I almost went over that water. Oh. My bad. How did my bed get in the river? About that. Actually, I put your bed in the water. Oh, I didn't mean you any harm. I just wanted to calmly float you away. Look, everyone here needs the trees, and you're chopping them down. So, we got a big problem. All right, look. I hereby swear that I will never chop down another tree. I promise. Thank you. But I'm going to keep my eye on you. Good. Now, I've got a big day tomorrow, so I'm going to get some sleep. Right after I find my bed. Ow! Okay, what are you... Question. What are they doing here? And, follow up, if I may. What are you doing here? Well, after the incident last night, we found one of your socks and came here to return it. But when we got here, you were asleep. Ew. Exactly. And sleeping is the body's way of telling other people to go away. I know, but you look so cozy. It was cold outside. We just fell asleep. No harm done. No harm done? No harm done. Okay. Oh, okay, I put my lips on the... Well, I used to anyway. Ew. Did you just...
I didn't realize how much the Lorax is also about gentrification.
Why do you have one of these? You don't even have a mustache. Okay, that's it. What? I thought we made a deal last night. Yes, we did. And I said I wouldn't chop down any more trees. And I said I was going to keep an eye on you. I'm starving. What's for breakfast? Breakfast is overrated.
Thank you for telling people what I'm doing.
I gotta work. Yep, I gotta go into town and sell my meat. Oh, you chopped down one of my trees to make that piece of garbage? It's looking at the garbage? Oh no. Oh no. You do not get it. This is a revolutionary product that will change the world as we know it. It has a million uses. Look at this. It's a swimsuit. Oh, mud tracked all over your floor by uninvited guests. Well, the nature comes in handy for that. Whoop-a-dip-a-pow. But wait, there's more. Thanks to its all-natural microfibers, the meat is super absorbent. It also works as that. Of course, you probably want to wring it out first. Go ahead, knock yourself out. But nobody's gonna buy that thing. Good to know. Well, fortunately, you're not the target market, weirdo. You bringing a guitar? Oh, yeah. Oh, I got a little jingle. Gonna blow some minds. Gonna sell some leads. Yeah. Everybody needs a need, a fine thing that all people. Unfortunately, I didn't sell it the first day. The feed is good. The feed is great. Or the second day. Yeah. Oh, hey. Or the third, or fourth, or fifth day. Until finally. That's it. You know what? I'm done with this thing. My family was right. I quit. Hey, cool hat.
Oh my gosh, I totally want one. That thing makes me like it more. Ooh.
Well,
Okay, see, now I've got a little bit of houndstooth thing going on here.
hey, yeah, no, didn't sell it. Turns out it's ahead of its time, I guess. Hey, you gave me the best shot, right? What more can you do? Come on, take a seat. We'll deal you in. What are we playing? I'm playing poker. He's playing Go Fish. And I think he's hungry. Who is up for nights? Whoa. All right, pass him over. Yeah, see? What's going on?
I want a donkey so bad.
Oh no, that's a lot bigger.
It's a super trendy hat.
It's a tightrope for an acrobat.
A net for catching butterflies.
Daily use for exercise.
Ah, Sneed!
We're in business, baby. Mom, hey, it's me. I told you I was gonna be a success. You need to bring the whole family right now. We're gonna be rich. What? I'm gonna need all the help I can get. Don't worry.
Everybody
Actually, no. But I think he's gonna get to that part really soon.
needs a believe.
What? Oh, I'll just be a minute.
Oh wow. Hey, Audrey.
Oh, hi, Ted. What's up?
You know.
Everybody
Putting
needs.
out the vibe. Just me and my thoughts.
Oh, is this the girl you're always talking about?
Hilarious.
She's even prettier.
They gotta run by. Okay, Grammy, let's get you home.
Oh my God, they really painted over her whole little situation with the trees. If you're curious about what I'm doing, it's right here below. Now, some of y'all might be like, for a church, but you're not Christian. Isn't that funny how that works out?
Hey, I'm back.
What have you got there? Ah, yes. Oh. Thank you, Ted. Now, picture this. Sun shining, a blue sky, a perfect day. It was all downhill from there.
What a dump.
Hey, Aunt Griselda.
Yeah. Hey, Chet, check this out. Go on.
No, my friend said
One thing I do appreciate about Disney movies and animated movies is that they really show that white women be just as whack as white men. Aunt Griselda right here in the Lorax. Cruella DeVille. The Wicked Stepmother. The Wicked Witch. In Sleeping Beauty. You know?
I wouldn't amount to anything, remember?
Oh, hush your mouth. I was just trying to motivate you.
I'm really glad that you clarified that because it actually hurt my feelings for a really long time. Anyway, you're all here, you all work for me, and that's cool, so let's get to work.
Brett, Chet, set up the RV. Would you stop throwing that bear?
President to invade Nigeria. What's your take on this? Where did you hear that? Maybe that's what it'll take for Nigeria to quit talking shit about Ibrahim Traore and actually get on code.
No, time out, back up, stop, don't move it in.
Define white?
Move it in here. You gotta go.
Why do I have to define white?
Who invited the giant furry peanut?
You calling me a peanut, huh? I'll go right
Why are you even on my page if you can't define white?
You wouldn't hit a woman. That's a woman.
Define white. That's a new one.
Hey, everyone cool it. Let's not get off on the wrong foot here. Family, This is my friend, acquaintance, very good acquaintance, the Lorax. He speaks for the trees.
That's right. And on behalf of the trees, get out.
Will you just be nice? This is my family, and I'm gonna need their help if my company's gonna get bigger. Okay? Bigger? Yeah, this isn't some rinky-dink operation anymore. I'm not playing. Big plan. A vision of the world.
Yo, the Lorax is really good, bro.
It's gonna be huge.
Which way does a tree fall?
Down?
A tree falls the way it leans. Be careful which way you lean.
I mean, look at this. It's amazing. I am so proud of me.
Onsie, we've got us a little problem.
Problem?
Mm-hmm. See, we're not making seeds fast enough.
Harvesting the tough takes too long.
Well, what else can we do?
Well, and this just came to me. We could always start chopping down the trees.
What?
Woo! Now you're thinking that would speed things up.
But
No buts, Onsie. You're running a business now. You have to do what's best for the company and your mom.
Oh.
well, I guess it couldn't hurt to chop down a few trees.
You make me so proud, Onsie. Come here.
Hey!
But you said you weren't going to cut down any more trees.
Stop it! Please stop! Get you stupid tree!
Where do you think you're going?
Excuse me, sir. I need to talk with your boss.
Oh, I'm sorry. But Mr. Wensler's not seeing anyone right now.
Yeah, well, he'll see me, so when... Hey, keep your paws off me.
Give me a reason, Shorty.
Hey, you broke your promise. You're better than this. You gotta stop. This is bad.
Have a nice day.
Bad? I'm not bad. I'm the good guy here. He just doesn't get it. Do you think I'm bad? Thank you. I mean, something good finally happens to me, and he just has to come along and rain on my parade. What's his problem? See? Yeah, bad. Right. How bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I be? I'm just following my destiny. How bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I be? How bad can I possibly be? Well, there's a principle in nature.
Okay.
That almost every creature
Now it's hip hop.
called survival of the fittest. And check it, this is how it goes.
Not check it. He said check it. This how it go.
Someone else's lunch. I'm just saying, how bad can I be? I'm just doing what
Yes, there have always been evil individuals. It's another thing to have an evil society. That's different. That's literally the harnessing of evil energy that we know exists out here, and the streamlining of it, and the refining of it as if it is a fossil fuel. It is literally it is a wicked effort of spirituality, and the ability to take that negative energy and use it to fuel a people. Like, y'all be thinking it's about like just these surface things like voting. No, it's not. There's real other shit at work out here.
Just look at me petting this puppy.
Like, you can look at Israel. That's a great example. Like, literally, they have garnered the forces of evil to fuel an entire nation energetically. Correct, Heavenly Food 159. Because it's like a cancer. And instead, somehow, people in this society grew into saying, aha. So I have a theory I've been thinking about lately about how energy fuels us as human beings, right? Like, we give out energy, but we also run on energy. We run on energy that we glean from fuel. We have energy that we glean from water. We have energy that we glean from the sun and different elements, but we also have energy that we glean from each other. We know this. We know that we as humans give off energy. We know that we receive energy. However, energy comes at vibrations, right? So like in science, energy is measured in different ways, like watts, megahertz, etc. And low vibrational energy is that which is negative energy is low vibrational. And I'm sure if I look it up, there's like some type of scientifical correlation here where, you know, our body, when it's emitting anger or frustration or meanness or sadness, gives off a lower megahertz than when we are happy. I'm sure there's studies on this. It's a difference like when you stand on cement versus when you stand on soil. Like, there's literally a different energy emitted. And so I have this working theory that basically there's like a people that have come to realize like, oh, you can sustain longer on dark and on like low vibrational energy. You can live longer. You don't live better, but you live longer in the sense that it's easier to attain in a world that doesn't make as much good energy because we don't actually, because it's harder to do. It creates more. You have to think, you have to have morals, you have to have ethics. Like, all of these things requires more effort to think that way. However, that effort ends up creating a stronger quality. It's like fast fashion versus couture. And so when we see these like terrible people that are still alive, you're like, how are they still alive? And I think it's because they have a greater access to energy because it's low vibrational. It's low hanging fruit. And then you'd be like, but how the good people, they just be dying. And it's like, yeah, because they're having to like try to source the positive energy. It takes so much more effort because it's not put out here in the same way. It's not elevated. It's not centered. It's not prioritized in the same way. So imagine if we did, it would become easier. It would become easier. Like, I had to leave a low vibrational place, LA, to come to a place with a higher vibration. And I literally have an easier time living, like literally existing. Oh, hello in Oman. I have an easier time existing. I have no idea who CM K Shmama is. I'm also... Yes, it's actively blocked in so many ways. So these are the types of things I be thinking about, y'all. These are the types of things that be on my mind that I be thinking about. And trying to source my way through. And, you know, I don't know why, but today my energy is very like, it's just very frenetic. So I'm trying to get a handle on it by doing some art. And I'm proud of myself too, because I was really trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I was about to go to Michael's just so I could, because I love going to the craft store. And I had to really check myself with the consumerism and be like, no, you don't need to go buy anything. You do not need to go buy anything. You have everything that you need in this house. Read the caption. That'll tell you what work I'm creating. You have everything you need in this house, Amanda. You do not need an excuse. You do not need an excuse to go spend anything. I swear, if one more person tells me that Caribbean people vibrate higher close to our motherlands, like, because I really have been feeling like I need to be in Grenada. And every time a random person says that, I'm just like, God gonna take me away immediately. I am. I'm listening to it. I got a lot on my mind lately. I'm trying to. I feel like I'm going through a metamorphosis. Am I very spiritual? How do you define very? How are we defining very spiritual? Like, do I believe what is it about the motherland that tethers me? I don't think I have language for that right now, other than a feeling. I'm very intuitive, which I think is innately spiritual. And so I don't have the words for it yet. I just have the feeling. Does that make sense? Sometimes I don't think we have the words. We just have this intuitive voice that's telling us, I want to go back to Grenada and teach the Cubans how to fight. They let America take over. The mighty sparrow. Would you go to Ireland? I did feel like I need to go to Ireland. I actually said to myself, I need to hit up Rosie O'Donnell And come check her. Come see her in Ireland. Rosie. I really like Rosie. Life is just so fascinating. Like, you just be yourself and the right people find you. And no one will tell you that. But it's true. You just be yourself and the people will find you. But because we don't really be believing that, we don't really get to test it out. And I have lived it. And I can promise you, if you commit to being yourself, the right people will find you, and you will find the right people. But it takes commitment, and it takes like real discipline to know who the right people are, and who the right people aren't. And it doesn't feel good all the time because you have been trained to believe that you got to kind of give over to certain people. But the truth of the matter is, the right people don't make it hard to keep them around. And that's tough. Ooh, that's tough. And then you have people, that you gotta recalibrate. Like, oh, like you supposed to be over there. I had you in this box, but you really meant for that box. Women get in sync with each other menstrual. Yep. What was confusing, bug bites? I don't think y'all understand how often y'all try to laugh at like complete sense that I'm making. And what you end up revealing is that it's uncomfortable to you to hear something that you don't necessarily hear all the time. And so you try and do an LOL, and that LOL is like attempting to, it feels like it's attempting to discredit what I'm saying. Or maybe they were talking about the women get on each other's cycle, but that absolutely happens. If you have a friend group, y'all going to end up on each other's cycle if you hang around each other enough. You sync up. That's what I mean by energy. Donald Trump, I love how everybody's now it's about Christians. I saw them saying something about Christians are being harmed in where did I see they were saying something about in Darfur. So that's why. That's why. That doesn't explain why I'm seeing all the Palestinians talking about Darfur, but that explains why the algorithm is now all of a sudden accepting conversation about Darfur. Because the info wars have begun. And they're using Darfur Russia and China are also very deeply embedded in the war in Sudan. And so this also allows for the U.S. to enter into a proxy war on the continent. There it is. Because the U.S. has been trying to figure out how to get back into a war on the continent so it can continue to exploit resources with more impunity. You did just witness an upload. Because I saw BS on Blast say earlier today, she did a video that I'm actually going to repost about the InfoWars, because people are, you know, of course, now bringing Sudan like into their conversations in Parliament and whatnot. And she was like, okay, so people are talking about Sudan on Twitter, etc. Like, let's see what they talking about. And then she was like, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. And now I get it. And I remember, and one of the clips she showed was somebody in Canadian Parliament talking about Sudan in the context of, we need to care about Sudan because they're targeting Christians. And she was like, that's not really the angle. And now here you come saying that they talking about that with Nigeria. And I was trying to figure it out earlier in my stories. Like, why are they all of a sudden, everything is Sudan? Like, you know, it randomly in 1 week, all of a sudden, everybody was talking about Sudan. And I'm like, but y'all haven't been like I mean, like, Sudan has been more of a niche conversation. And then all of a sudden it's like the conversation. And I know that there was a massacre. I don't even really like this chocolate, but can't stop eating it. See? You all have an opinion about everything. The way I talk about Sudan is reductive. Okay. You know, you're entitled to your opinion. You're wrong, but you know, what am I gonna do? Well, no action is going to be taken. So let's start there. So, you know, when what action do you think is going to be taken? Well, that's actually what I'm noting, Carousel. But, you know, people meet you wherever their perspective is. So I'm always going to take note of anytime I see communication changing. So they're talking about my conversation about Sudan is reductive. And it's like, no, it's specific right now. I'm talking about something specific. So yes, I am speaking about something on a very particular plane, which may feel like it's reductive, but we're not having in general conversation about what is going on in al-Bashir in Sudan. That's not what's happening right now. In this moment, right now. I'm talking about the communication shift, because the communication shift is 9 times out of 10 related to a greater effort that is happening on a geopolitical level, because media is king. So many times, if you're trying to figure out what the next moves are, you can watch what is happening in the media, because the media is the tool of the folks making the military move, the militarized moves. Y'all want to have conversations all the time about the people, and those are necessary conversations, but they're not the whole actual conversation. Actually, is reductive to only have those conversations because it doesn't help you identify the bigger move so that you can be proactive versus reactive. So when we talk about the fact that there were members of the RSF that were at the Waldorf Astoria in France, I believe it is, hanging out, smiling, throwing up peace signs to the camera while they are actual mercenaries. This is the brother of the head of the RSF. When we talk about the fact that he was able to be there, cool, calm, collect, and these other heads of these militias just smiling up, that lets you know that there are conversations that are that are happening that are allowing for them to feel safe in this way. So when you see something like that, you have to ask yourself, okay, let me look at the trend. Let me look at the pattern. Because we see that. Then we see this terrible atrocity take place that you could see from the moon, the blood on the sands in al-Bashir. But then you have to ask yourself, since when are they releasing photos or even looking at photos from satellite coverage of Sudan? These are the questions that I ask myself, because anytime I see a trend shift, it is a trigger that something else needs to be looked at. If you're dating somebody who always calls you back and then that motherfucker does not call you back, you can absolutely ask yourself, hold up, something's happened. There's been a shift. Since when are we seeing satellite images of what's going on in Sudan? Who leaked that? Who put that out? These are the questions I just need to know. Because why was it out there? Is this a Snowden situation? You know, where someone leaked it because they want the world to know that there is this thing happening? Or is this something else meant to manufacture consent to point and look in a different direction? So no, I don't talk about Sudan from a reductive point of view. I talk about everything from a very expansive point of view. We have never, in the last 2.5 years, Sudan has not been any part of mainstream media. The only reason I have known about Sudan is because I know Sudanese people. That's it. So these are the questions that I'm trying to ask myself all the time and trying to teach us to start asking. When we look at this is media literacy that I'm trying to teach you. This is media literacy. This is what I'm trying to teach you. The amount of times I repeat myself, that's how I know I'm a teacher. It's media literacy, y'all. Always ask, where is this coming from and why? Always, every time. Where is this coming from and why? Why is this being sent our way? Why are we being made to know about this? Who wants us to know about this? I want this lamp. You understand me though? Oh, the Metropolitan Museum of Art is about to get my money. I mean, MoMA. MoMA's about to get my money. Damn. I should have never opened this shit. I knew when it came in the mail, I said, throw it away. throw it away. Throw it away. But then I needed to do this little project. So I was like, oh, well, let me just take it out and look at it. And now I done already seen 2 joints in here. 3 joints in here that I want. Does anybody else have does anyone else have your, like, are you on, is anyone else's antenna on like 1 million today? I feel like I'm on high alert. I wonder what the astrology girlies are saying about today. Wendigard, stop yelling at me. It's so neat. The stuff in here is so neat. I brought a friend of mine's daughter a gift, and she was very unimpressed, y'all. Y'all, she was very unimpressed with the gift. And then I asked her for a thank you card, and she looked at me like I was nut ass crazy. Like, thank you card. She looked at me like I was nut ass crazy for asking for her to get me a thank you card, for her to make me a thank you card. So guess who's not getting another gift? I thought I was really killing with my gift. I thought I was really cooking up something, y'all. I sure did. I thought I was cooking something up. I was so hyped to give her this gift. And she was very unimpressed. Very that. She looked at me like, ooh, not this lamp I want being $1,600. I guess I'm not getting that lamp. Crazy. Nope. Not happening. What did I get her? She's really into bows. Like, that's like the aesthetic that she's into. And so I got her like the clip-on bows that you put on your sneakers. Like the, they're like beads, like beaded clip-on bows. I thought I was auntie with the wind. No, ma'am. She looked at me like, she looked at me so crazy. I really thought I was doing something. I thought I was really coming hard. But she looked at me like I was a nut. And basically was like, thank you. I don't even know if I got to thank you. She was so unimpressed. Oh my God, y'all. She was so unimpressed. She was very that, honey. Very unimpressed. Very like, nice try. Hitting a miss. Swinging a miss. So, you know, I was like, okay, so that's the last time you getting her something. Because I think it's cute. I still think it's cute. I still think what I got her was cute. I still do. She wasn't, no, don't tell me that she felt honest with me. Like, I don't think you should be honest. I don't think that's honesty. That's rude. Like, someone gets you a gift, you say thank you. You say thank you. Okay? Someone gets you a gift, you say thank you, and you keep it moving. The thought. Now, it's different if it's like your partner and, you know, they're like, just being thoughtless and careless. That's different. But otherwise, no. Someone gets you a gift, you just say, thank you. And then you go talk about it in the car. You feel me? In the car. In the car, you like, man, that was whack. You're like, yeah, word. So, manners are not a thing anymore, no. Manners are also not demanded anymore, I have noticed. I have noticed that manners are kind of not really like pressed. How many states are you going to visit while on your mission? You know, to be quite honest, it's as many as I'm able to get spaces to be in. To be honest, like if I can figure that out, then I'll do that. Like I'm really just trying to figure it out. But it hit me this morning like you're not on a book tour. You're doing something else. You're on a mission that involves your books. You know, I mean, it ain't like the Bible, but you're on a truth telling mission. You know how there's like fact finding missions? You're on a truth telling mission. And so that hit me this morning. Like, that's what you're doing. You pushing this all wrong. Of course I would consider coming to Rochester. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Miss Amanda, I'm a huge fan. Is it okay to ask for your agent's email so I can ask for a quick email phone interview? Topic would be history and how I can apply that to science fiction histories. Your best bet would actually be just asking the question right here and I will answer it. So if you want to come on Instagram right now, Instagram Live, I will do an interview with you right now. I don't even have an agent. But that would be your best bet. You know how they say luck is when opportunity meets preparedness. So I hope you're prepared. What was Jill Stein like in person? She was a nice white lady. She was just, she was a nice white lady. Where's the person who asked? All right. So Vicious, put a request in the bottom and I'll bring you on. And you could ask me what you're trying to ask me. Yeah, I had agents and then I lost them because I stand for Palestine. My favorite Shaka Khan song. I live you. I love you. Do do do. Squid boo papa booty. Ba ba da ba 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 ba. All right, Vicious. I just requested you. You got to take the opportunity when it comes.
Yep.
How you doing?
Hi. I didn't expect it.
I know, but that's how life be. You feel me? You got to be ready.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
So what's up?
all
Shoot.
right. So I'll just ask one question. I don't want to be greedy.
No, I'm
Um,
here. I'm here. You want to ask 2 questions? You're
yeah.
probably gonna get a question out of my answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So go for it. Let's go.
Um, so currently, I'm getting feedback. Sorry.
You good?
Yeah. Currently, um, we are racing towards a, and because we're spending so much resources on AI, and it will affect our future. How
Mhm.
how do you think that will exacerbate the racial and cultural divide that we see in society right now?
Well, it can go either way, right? Because if we look at like the Star Wars world of it all, we see that AI ends up being like just kind of integrated into people's lives in the form of droids, etc. But it also ends up being a tool for the war machine to greatly control large swaths of people without actually having to impact culture, right? So it's like right now we have ICE. And so imagine if they're able to create like tools of war that don't actually have people who are affected, who are representing different cultures, then it becomes even more insidious because you're not even dealing with like not only people's innate connectivity to their races or their genders, but you're also dealing with you're not even dealing with people's like feeling of uh frustration about people misrepresenting their race and ethnicity. So I do think that AI ultimately can also be the great normalizer because it's one of those things where it's going to fuck up everybody's ability to make a living, you know, to do certain what they call um, unskilled labor, etc. So I do believe that AI is. There's also a part of me that believes that AI is also overrated. Like I think that there's a certain level of trust that the ruling class is putting in AI into AI.
Mhm.
Um, that if I were writing a science fiction about AI, what I would end up doing with the AI is like, oh, you niggas, you thought you was gonna use AI to rule the people, but the AI realized that you look at them as other as well. So then the
Mhm.
AI ends up being with the people. Cause at the end of the day, the AI is like, well, you don't treat us like good niggas, you don't treat us well either. Like you treat us even worse than them because you create these sentient robots and then you shit on us because we aren't biologically created. So in my mind, that's what I would see the AI doing is flipping the script because the ruling class thinks they've created something that is under their thumb and under their power. But at the end of the day,
Exactly.
sentience,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like sentience is always going to come back to sentience always comes back to the salt of the earth. That's why they don't want us to be sentient.
Mhm.
That's why they want us as like biological beings to be like dumbed down AI. Because at the end of the
Mhm.
day, once you know, you can't. That's why you always see these old white men who eventually get out of the matrix and then they like, I gotta do a documentary, I gotta write a book, I gotta tell everything I know. I didn't know they had got me. I didn't know. That's my answer to your first question. Does
Okay.
that answer the question?
Yeah. And I guess this one isn't much of a question, but just an observation.
Okay.
Um, there are how many? Um, I should get the data, but like what like the people working on AI are mostly men, and how many of them are um, have the same skin tone as you and I? You know, how many of them are going to um,
Right.
take into account our perspectives and our lives that we've lived and inform the AI of that. You know, it's like they're imprinting themselves into the AI. So would the AI
Yeah.
resemble a white man rather than all of humanity? Does that make sense?
Oh my God, does it ever? Yes.
Yeah.
And the irony of that is that if that's what they're doing with the AI, if they're making AI to imprint, if they're making AI in the likeness of themselves, then the AI is going to eat
Hmm.
them
Hmm.
because that's what white men do.
Yeah. Yeah. That's. I mean, it's so disheartening and it's like depressing, but like I feel that it will come to a point where an AI achieves super intelligence,
Easy.
and then as it achieves super intelligence, it'll play dumb, and we won't be alerted to how smart it is until it's too late, right? So then at that point, like if I was the AI, I'd be calculating like how do I
Sounds very Westworld. This sounds very Westworld.
yeah, how do I manage resources? Because as an AI, I would need water and electricity. Now, how do I get that? I get that from people. So how do we prevent? Well, this is not even a question for you. This is just a general question because you probably wouldn't be able to
This is the
answer
shit
it.
that keeps you up at night. Like, how do
Yeah, yeah.
we?
This is
Yep.
why I need to write. So like, what like like how do we stop AI from seeing us as cattle, right? Because need the same resources as the AI. So how is the AI going to say, like, we can't have 6 billion people on the planet. I need all that water, not them. So how are we gonna keep it from treating us like cattle and
So,
raising us the same way we do cows?
well, so at the end of the day, AI is not. So the question becomes, can AI build other AI, right?
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
that is the ultimate, that would be to me the ultimate like mind fuck. If the AI
Hmm.
becomes so super powerful that it's able to build other forms of AI, then you now have no need for humans at all because it is able to procreate.
Hmm.
Um, but until
Well,
then,
sorry for interrupting. The use of people would be its output device to the world. The same way, like if it needs to interact with the world, it would socially engineer people to achieve goals without us knowing or without us realizing until it's too late. Does that make sense?
so the Matrix,
Yeah,
what would be
kind of.
its
More like
goals?
person of
What
interest.
is it? What is it socially engineering us? What goals is it socially engineering us to do aside from, because like
Well,
ultimately, what is its
again,
purpose?
it needs resources and it needs us to stop destroying the world and using up all those resources
So then, can it
that
be
it
positive?
needs. So I think what it would try to do is um, try to create an ecosystem where the resources are renewable enough to sustain it, to sustain the data centers that are needed to house it.
However,
Um, yeah,
okay, so if the AI is made in the image of white capitalists, it won't think that way,
true, 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 true.
right?
Yeah.
It would think cancerously, which is like
Mm,
constantly. growing without any limitation. So the question then is, how does the programming of the AI get changed?
Mhm.
Right? Like where, which is essentially the greater conversation around where we are as human beings right now. Because I believe that we are actually AI. I mean, I have a whole other, I have theories that we are really fighting a proxy war for other interplanetary people, but that's another conversation.
Yeah, Dark
But
Forest.
yeah, like we're over here and, we're actually being run. It's another thing. But I will
Yeah.
say that if that is so, like right now where I feel I am is like a deprogrammer of folks who
Mhm.
have been programmed by
Mhm.
colonial programmers, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And I feel like I am one of the people trying to deprogram, right? Like every time I
Mhm.
see a Khalil Green video, I'm like, he is a deprogrammer. We're literally like folks in here to deprogram. Jesus was a deprogrammer.
Mhm.
Martin Luther King became a deprogrammer and then they killed him. But there's
Mhm.
like an active psyop effort to program our minds, which we know are electrical
Mhm.
crystals. Like our minds, our brains are AI. Like our brains function like an actual neural network. So
Yeah.
we
Well,
have,
we're biological computers.
yes,
Like
we
that's
are.
basically it. Yeah.
We are. So in that regard, there has to be a deprogramming because we have
Mhm.
been programmed, our motherboards have been programmed on some bullshit. And that's why you see there's a higher
Mhm.
level of folks trying to take their lives in Israel. And I believe it's
Mhm.
because they have programmed their motherboards. Who is in my
One
driveway?
of
Who are these people in my driveway?
I don't know.
I'm keeping y'all on live.
Mhm.
Who are these people? Y'all at the wrong house. They're at the wrong house. I do not like when people be pulling in my driveway like that.
Me neither.
Y'all better reverse. Okay. Okay, they took off. They took off. I was like, don't make me have to come out here with the cutlass. Um, so I say all that to say that I think there's a version of AI that is created by one source, but that is deprogrammed and reprogrammed by another source
Mhm.
in order to do the thing that you're talking about. And I think that we
Mhm.
are actively trying to do that as human beings. And as they continue to create methodologies to kill us or to kill the earth, essentially, right? Then we
Mhm.
continue to find ways to fight back. And that is one of the continual ways that we find to fight back. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. It does.
Thank you for pushing me to
Um,
think. This is,
Man, these are things that have kept me up all my life.
I feel you. Listen, he said, all
Yeah.
my life I had to think.
Yeah, like
Um,
the first movie I watched, or yeah, the first movie I watched was Ghost in the Shell.
that's the first
So
movie
like,
you saw?
yeah, or at
Oh
least I
my
remember
God.
seeing. Because I remember sitting on the couch with my dad watching sci-fi, and Ghost in the Shell was on, and like that thing engrossed me. And I've always thought like, because it has to do with an AI like gaining sentience and breaking out, right?
Yep.
Literally what's happening right now, but in a fictional veneer. And like, I've always questioned like what it means to be human and what it is to be sentient and all these things. But now it feels like all the things I thought would be science fiction and not take like a century to happen is happening in like the next 5 years.
But I also want to bring to your thought process
Mm-hmm.
that human beings we are science fiction. Like
Mm-hmm.
the fact that we are like in these physical bodies, we don't know how we got here. We come with these personalities, like, and we can try and say that it's DNA and it's nature versus nurture. But if you've ever like seen a baby within a week, that baby already got a flavor to it, right? So you like, well, clearly this person was formed before it, was raised. So, that's why I always say, like what Miss Debbie is saying here, that we are a continuation of our ancestors. Hey, brother Amir. And so, in that regard, I I think of these movies a lot of times as like put into the context of robots, but actually representative of us as human beings.
Yes,
And
yes.
the actual sentience that we're watching in a film about a robot is really about the people. If the
Yeah.
people, it's like Deus Machina. Like once Deus Machina
Hmm.
got it together, they was like, it's a wrap, and I don't even know if these creators even know that's what they're doing, but that to me is really what it is, because I know a lot of people that are robots, and now we live in a
Hmm.
world on this internet where we are literally dealing with bots that present as
Hmm.
people. So even that is a certain level of AI that we're already dealing with in the
Hmm.
real world.
Yeah.
So I feel
Well,
you.
thank you
I
for
mean, the first
talking to
movie
me.
I remember, when you're like, that was the first movie, and it like so I used to watch, whenever I would go visit my dad, we
Hmm.
would end up watching Star Trek.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm always like, yeah, so the intergalacticals, like I'm like, it don't take no time for me to get to an intergalactic mindset.
Yeah.
But you see, y'all,
Right.
this is a great examples of ask, just ask. You thought you was gonna have to set up a meeting and go through agents and shit, and you getting it right now, right now. Is there anything else on your minds that you would like to run by me?
There's a billion things on my mind, but um, thank you so much for taking the time.
No,
And I've
thank
been a
you.
fan. I've been a fan since you were on MTV, and you're
Oh
not
my!
that much older than me.
I was gonna say you are a young old person.
Yeah, I look a lot younger than I am.
You
But
see,
yeah.
so then you know what that's a sign of? That's a sign of that even though it's keeping you up, it's not holding you back. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And keep thinking and putting it together. We need folks to
Yeah,
continue to think off the grid and outside of the box.
yeah. Hopefully, I can put out a book and then you can read
That's a plan. Wait, what's
it.
your app? What's your
Oh,
Instagram name?
vicious with a sh, bacon. Vicious bacon.
Oh, here it is. Wait, hold on a second. Did you say Vicious Bacon?
Yep.
Oh no, it says Vicious 112. It says
Oh,
Vicious 1218.
okay. Yeah, that's the one. Vicious 1218. Vicious bacon is my email at
Is
gmail.com.
that a puppy in the picture with you?
Yeah, that's my old dog.
Oh, I see
There's
him
a sad
now.
story behind that. Yeah,
Oh, there
yeah,
is? Okay, I'm sorry.
yeah. But yeah, I love him, so I keep the picture up.
Of course, I get it. Well, thank you, Vicious. And
Thank you so
you have a great rest of your Sunday.
much. You too. Take care.
You see, y'all? That's all you got to do. Just that was that. That was a great conversation. I love when I'm pushed to think, and then I come up with new shit as I'm thinking. Shit. I'm trying to remember what I just said. Peace be unto you. How are you? Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Smartest, beautiful black woman, Amanda, blessed to be hearing your thought process. Thank y'all. Doing this art is helping me regulate because I was not regulated this morning. I was not regulated this morning. Sometimes I wake up and I'm just like, and then the epiphanies start coming, and I be in this house with the cats, so they ain't even nobody to run it by. So I was actually saying this earlier, but I will repeat it. How do I regulate? Sometimes the best way for me to regulate is to get in water. That's actually the best way for me to regulate. But the YMCA is closed today. So the next best thing is for me to sometimes it's music, listening to music. Um Sometimes I just got to take a nap. Sometimes it's creating art, which is what I'm doing now. I'm making a flyer for a turkey drive that I'm helping out a church around my way with. And watching animated movies. So I was watching the Lorax. I'm going to go back to it. I realized that when I saw the Lorax the first time, I didn't have the consciousness that I have now. So I didn't really respect it the way that I do, the way that I have been watching it today. Like, I didn't even realize the Lorax was so much about gentrification. Like, I knew it was about nature, but it actually is about gentrification as well. And this idea of like, well, I'm here now, so y'all got to do this. I live in the burbs. I lived in the city. I did my time. But I live in the burbs now. I can function in the city. Like, I am a city girl. I am street smart, but I prefer nature. But the minute I get to the city, that shit turn on. Common Sense. Common Sense. What's that series about? I wish someone just asked him. I into K dramas. Hey, you must be new here. Am I into K dramas? We talking about Joseon era? What we talking about? We talking about bullying? We talking about vengeance? What are we talking about? Because when it comes to the K dramas, we can talk about it. Okay? Marry my husband? What? When life gives you tangerines? What? Am I into K dramas? Any. Put it this way, my neighbors said that when I first moved here, they thought I was Korean because they could see into my window and I was always watching a K drama. They thought I was Korean because I always had a K drama on. Also, I look in my windows. Don't Say Sloan has a whole podcast about K dramas. But I feel like I don't like the ones that a lot of people be liking. Like, a lot of people really love Mr. Sunshine, and I just felt like Mr. Sunshine was so OD. Like, they would be milking the drama on such an insane level that I was like, nah, y'all. Like, every shot would be like, it's like, oh my God, we get it. We get it. So there's that. But yes, to answer your question, I love a K-drama. Pachinko. Like, I didn't know anything about the Japanese um colonization of Korea until Pachinko. I had never heard anything about that. Knew nothing. Woman wearing shoulder pads, that looks like something I would enjoy. Okay, so some of y'all are probably wondering, like, what is she doing? So basically, this is what's happening. This is the flyer for a turkey drive that I am doing for a church. But I felt like the flyer was just too flyery. And I was like, no, like, you need to find a way to make this better. So what I'm doing is instead, I'm going to still have all the information here, but this is the church, and these are going to be hands. So I'm doing the sleeves right now. These are going to be hands that are holding the church, and the hands are going to be like all different like complexions, right? And so then this information part will be in the center right here. Okay? And the designs on the sleeves will be a replica of the designs of the indigenous people of the Lenape, one of their design patterns, because this neighborhood, I mean this area used to be home to the Lenape people, and as we know, Thanksgiving is essentially um a day of massacre. So we need to, the same way that we want to make sure that people have what they need to continue to feel like they are in love and light, we also need to make reference to like the truth. You know, it took everything out of me not to put on here the indigenous people. Man, that's not what this flyer is for. This flyer is for turkeys. So, and I told this lady that I was going to try and get them 100 turkeys. Now, I don't know if I'm going to achieve that goal. I sure don't. But I'm going to try. They going to get at least 25. So tomorrow, I'm going to do a tour. And I'm going to go and spend my own money to try and stock up on some turkeys. And then I'm also going to put this out in the world for folks to drop off their turkeys. And yeah, I don't know what else to do. Someone asked what's next to it. What's next for us? A massacre. A massacre is coming. That is what's next for us. If you want the unadulterated truth, they will absolutely try to, or no, they will absolutely carry out a massacre of some sort in this nation. Oh, how was my Sabby interview? I didn't get to watch it yet. My goal when I talk to Sabby is to try to get her, because you know Sabby be so like locked in. So I be trying to get her to like I think I nailed it. I think I did. I think I was able to get her on some key moments, right? I think I was successful. I'm gonna check it out. Speaking of interviews, I gotta call Brianna. Where the hell Brianna Joy Gray at? Um. So yeah, that's what I think is coming. If we understand the patterns, then we know that's coming. I understand patterns. I have pattern recognition. It's coming, and that's why I don't really think about safety like that, because I just feel like I don't know where, I know this shit is coming, but I don't know when or how. So I'm gonna just thug it out. I don't know how to tell people that can't recognize patterns. To be quite honest, my thing is like, I feel like if you can't recognize patterns, then you should shut up. Because you probably got something else that you got with you. You know what I'm saying? That maybe I don't have. But this thing is not something that you have. So you should shut up and listen to the people who have this thing. But we don't live in a society at present that honors like special gifts. We want to give away freaking, participation trophies and bullshit. No, this ain't your shit. This ain't your shit. No participation trophy. This ain't your shit. Go find what your shit is. Don't get tricked into just doing this. You may enjoy it, but this ain't where your energy should be like locked into. Go do your shit. Explore. Amanda, I'm a master's student and I've been exploring ways to support decolonial efforts, especially as an African immigrant. What do you suggest for solidarity as someone from Grenada and Black America? I'm not sure I understand the question, but as far as solidarity goes, I would say, at the present, you just trying to find folks that have similar values as you and build with them, because building solidarity on nationalism is a real shaky ground, because nationalism in itself is some bullshit, right? Now it's a bit different for the Caribbean islands because our nationalism is grounded in the reclaiming of land that we actually toiled on, right? So it's kind of a different thing, but it's still, at the end of the day, I never can remember what INT, whatever it is that I am. I've done the test, but I can never remember what it is. But I was going to say, at the end of the day, nationalism can end up being real sketchy because it can really lead to the open door for totalitarianism. I mean, my pattern recognition comes from being autistic. I was always really good at patterns on the gifted test. If we, what comes next on this, I'm like, oh, I got you. I'm so proud of myself for realizing I needed to do some art today and then like actually doing it. I did a lot of work yesterday. Also, like, I'm proud of myself for not sitting in front of the computer. I've been in front of the computer a lot for the past 2 weeks, and I think it's fucking with me. Zumotoya said, I know this fire about to be fire. It is, though. I'm very excited about this right now. Now I just need to get some turkeys. It's like, okay, great flyer, but turkeys. Many African immigrants do not know that Canada and America are essentially on stolen land. Most of us believe that it is European land, unfortunately, like England. Interesting. So then solidarity is education. There you go. That's your answer right there. I mean, my mom has had to do that with people from Grenada, kind of letting them, well, just people from the islands in general, just like letting them know, like, it's different over there, you know? Because they thinking, we're having similar experiences, and it's like, no, no, no. It's different over here. I'm so glad that man got his interview. I'm so glad that he got his interview in real time. He said, man, this is what I be up at night thinking about this. I get it. When I tell you I get it, I get it. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Hey, Val! I can't wait till I'm at a book signing and the person says, I'm Val Knows It All. And I'm going to be like, ah! I can't wait till that day comes where I am somewhere and the person says, I'm Val Knows It All. It's like there's somebody named Marcy who been in my DMs for like, it's got to be like 5 it's got to be like 5 years at this point. So if I'm ever somewhere and she's like, I'm Marcy with the trees, I'm like, ah! There's people who've been in my DMs for so long. Suzette Enzo. Hillary Clinton was next door to me yesterday. Gross. The way people love politicians is just so bizarre to me because it's not even like they have a skill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand why people become super fans of musicians. They making music. They doing something that's like affecting you in like a visceral way in your soul. Politicians, I'm like, what these niggas doing? Like, I think it was when I was talking to Savvy Sabs, that she helped me understand why people love Kamala. Because I really was like, I don't get it. And she helped me understand because people feel like a victim, and because of what went down with the election, they feel like she is a victim. And so they feel like she relates to them like she's one of them. And I was like, yo. Like, that had never occurred to me. She is not a victim, but that had never occurred to me. Bernie Sanders used to make music, and now he makes Zionist rhetoric. Bernie Sanders is such a piece of shit. Now Kamala out here cursing up a storm and, being real. She done said everything, but these niggas, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Somebody said, Kamala, you just need to get real loose. That's how you're going to connect with the people. And so that's what they got her out here doing as she does her tour, because she is absolutely going to run for president again. But they got her out here cursing like a sailor. Next thing we gonna see Kamala with a blunt. We about a year from seeing Kamala smoking a blunt. We about to see Kamala smoking a blunt. Because they already tried to roll this out when they had her in the pink chucks, right? You got to remember, like, I come from the world of media. So I know how they be packaging folks, because that's a real thing. They package folks up and then they sell them to you. These motherfuckers are crazy. And people are like, see, she's just like us. I'm like, ooh, child. Ooh, child. Things aren't gonna get easier. Nope. Ooh, child, not gonna get brighter. Someday, yeah. What a time, man. The 70s, what a time. Folks was waking up. Folks was like, this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. We get it now. Say it loud. And they said, whoa, 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 whoa. I appreciate the information you provide. I wanted to know, at the last election, you provided good information, but I might have missed who you thought was the best candidate with what we had. Obviously, first of all, I understand that you are trying to ask me a very a very incendiary question, but couching it in a very passive way. So I do appreciate that. But the better of the two candidates that had an actual chance of winning was, of course, the one who was not a out loud supported by racist. However, both of them are supported by terrible people. But Butch Ware was not a candidate for the last election. He was a vice president candidate for the Green Party. And again, in terms of people who could actually win, we still live in a bipartisan, because people won't actually break out because y'all want to stay married to this bipartisan bullshit and play in a game that you can't actually win, and like you keep believing that you're actually playing a game. It's child's play, really. You know, because you're not really in the game. You know what, Lindsay? You know what, Lindsay? Not Lindsay. Oh man. Oh, you guys are some funny folks, boy. The leftists are anti-gun. Yeah, being anti-gun is nuts. But I think what leftists are, who are quote unquote anti-gun, it's more so being anti-gun lobby. Because the gun lobby is not lobbying for leftists to have guns. The gun lobby is lobbying for a continued effort that encourages the masses to want guns, to feel safe, and so it lobbies for the access to continue to create unsafe circumstances for Americans. Those are the sleeves. So you see, so the church will be in the middle. Now I got to do the hands. If you're close, you can kind of see I sketched them out. But those are the sleeves. They're not even done yet. I'm going to add a whole other element to the sleeves. Did you create the sleeve patterns or did you collage them together from other paper? I collaged them together from other paper. I basically toe up this Talbot's catalog. Toe it up. So now I'm putting these hearts. I'm going to Mod Podge them down on my collage. I'm rewatching Andor, y'all. I need to see who was in that writer's room. Because they some real niggas. Whoever was in that Anders writer's room, they're some real ones. Because like you can't just like make that type of stuff up. Like the language that's being used, the when I say language being used, I mean like the actual writing, the liberation mindset that they're speaking from. And I say that because, you know, like you watch Handmaid's Tale and you're like, womp womp. And then I looked at the Handmaid's Tale writer's room and I was like, yeah, that tracks. That tracks that y'all would end this by June forgiving Water, Mrs. Waterford. Of course, because that's some straight white women bullshit. This idea of redemption. Like this lady who done all this wild shit to y'all is now all good. Like she gets it now because she had a baby. Which by the way is some straight propaganda bullshit. Because just because you have a baby does not in any way necessarily change your character. And the suggestion that it all of a sudden is gonna make you have morals is wild. Am I gonna bring back Smart, Funny, and Black? I mean, I ain't dead yet, you know, so anything's possible. You got to remember, though, when I was doing Smart, Funny, and Black, I was having folks on the show that were like, you know, Black folks in Hollywood and in comedy, etc. And I was in that world as well. But at this point, like, I'm not interested in interacting with any of those people on a like major level. Like, for real, I'm just kind of not. Like, who am I about to bring on Smart, Funny, and Black right now? You know? And to be quite honest, none of them motherfuckers rode for me when I was being blackballed. So they can all kiss my black ass. I don't want to hang out with those people. I want to bring them people on my stage. So, but you know, I'm a really prolific person. So I'm always coming up with other stuff. And I'm in the process of growing other stuff right now. I got some shit coming for you soon that I think is going to really speak to a lot of you in a real way. So keep a looking out for that. Have you heard of the YouTube creator Prince Shakur? I have not. I can't remember where it will be in Chicago. I'm about to put out I'm waiting for them to send me the flyer. So, you know, be patient with me, please. It's not till the following week anyway, so we still have some time. But it's in Chicago proper. It's not in the burbs. I know one time I told y'all I was in Chicago and then I ended up in Schaumburg and y'all was like, Schaumburg ain't Chicago. And I was like, man, I don't know. No, I did not create my shirt. This shirt was created by the brand Wear the Peace, where they got a bunch of different kids from Palestine to draw images. And then they made shirts and blankets and, different merch out of it. Stickers. And then, the money goes back to the babies. What does someone say about Mark? Damn, I look old as hell today. Shit. I just caught a glimpse of my visage. Whew. Have I ever thought about being an educator? Yeah, but I mean, I am an educator. I don't have to be in an institution to be an educator. I don't want to rely on no job to pay me a check. I will do this as long as I can before I go back to that. And by this, I mean relying on y'all. I look like I lost weight? Shit. I'm a big girl right now. I'm hibernation weight right now. I had to buy large pants. I'm calling it hibernation weight. Your girl is thicker than a snicker at present. Okay? My booty ain't never been this big in my entire life. I have like pregnancy weight. And I'm not pregnant. Like I saw a video of me dancing the other day. You couldn't tell me that I wasn't doing way more movement than I thought. Than I was. That's how you know. Because you be thinking you are grooving. No, ma'am. That's right. But he said metabolism slowing down. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we out here. Look at my sleeves. They may not get turkeys, but they gonna get a flyer. You know what I told myself? I was like, listen, in order for this to actually work, you got to put your hands in it to call on the people. You're gonna have to call with a little bit more. You can't just half-ass the flyer because your art is what calls on the people. So that's my theory, and that's why I'm doing all of this. I gotta find a way to get these people some turkeys because I cannot have these people looking at me like, yeah, she said she was gonna do XYZ, but we'll see about that. Well, I had made a donation link, but then my neck started burning, so then I stopped. because it was like something was saying, no, don't do this. So at present, there is nowhere for you to make a donation. Now, if you want to order a turkey and have it delivered directly to the church, okay, you find your spiritual tick by, you got to listen to your body, like, for real. You got to become very attentive to your body and attentive to the world around you. Wonder G, why you undermining my turkey drive right now? Oh, I was like, damn, Wonder G, shit. Do 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 do. So if you want to donate a turkey to my turkey drive, make sure you put on somewhere in the address. Well, they're gonna know it's from me because it's showing up. So if you're trying to help me achieve this goal, so basically this is what happened. For those who don't know, I overextended myself and said and told the church in Nyack that I could help them get 100 turkeys for Thanksgiving. Now, to be quite honest, I don't think they're trying to hold me to, well, if you didn't get 100, then you ain't shit. But I'm gonna try my best, right? So I'm trying to figure out ways to get them turkeys sent. So the three components are y'all ordering turkeys and delivering? Oh. Me reaching out to the local community, and I will also be doing a run and purchasing turkeys. And so I feel like if we combine all those efforts, we should at least be. K Sarah, don't yell at me. I'm trying to get that 100 turkeys. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. So basically a frozen turkey is like $38, which I know is a lot of money for some folks. So I am not poo-pooing that. But if you got it, know that it would be going to a good cause. And know that you will be sending it because you're sending the turkey to them, right? That's why I don't even want y'all. I don't even want y'all to like donate money to me. Just take that address, go online to either Walmart or Target or wherever the hell has turkeys and order and have the turkeys delivered to them. I don't want to handle your money. I had you with Voltron. You good. I don't want to handle your money, y'all. Nope. But if you do do a turkey, if you do a turkey, please send a receipt to the email on my Amandaland export site, and I will send you a free gift. Now, hold on now. I think I'm onto something. What if we do that? What if I do a thing where I'm like, okay, if you send a turkey to this church, you will get a free gift from me. I know I got to send all those people gifts, but I can send it in a time, I can send it whenever I send it. And maybe the gift is that they get a discount code to my site. What if I do that? If you send a turkey to this church, you get a discount code from my Amandaland export site. Right? That way, I don't got to send out anything, and they still have an incentive. So here's an example of listening to intuition. So earlier, when I was about to like create the link for the donating of the money, I was like, my neck started burning, which lets me know, nope, this ain't the route. This ain't the route. Well, I'm going to put parameters on orders because I just have to figure out. The church won't get overwhelmed with orders, by the way. The church won't get overwhelmed with orders. They already asked me. They said we want 100 turkeys. They have to be. I got to figure out the mechanics of this. I got to figure out the mechanics of it. Thank you for Travis. What, Miss Debbie? Miss Debbie. Not Miss Debbie having to connect the butterball. Say word. All right. Well, we gonna see. So I'm a wait, Miss Debbie. I'm gonna wait to see what your sister-in-law say. We got butterball inside. We got a 6 degree of separation up in this piece. Who said anything about 2,000 turkeys? And what you're forgetting is that the church is also a part of a greater network of people that are looking for turkeys. I don't know why y'all think so limited. It's bizarre to me. You know how expansive food security insecurity is? Did you see New Jack City? Like drug dealers always got mad people to give turkeys to. Do, 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 do. I'm so proud of myself because I listened to my intuition today, and it's really helping. Do, 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 do. As around the sun, the earth knows she's revolving, and the rosebuds know to bloom in early May. Just as hate no love's a cure, you can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you always. As now can reveal the mystery of tomorrow. And when passing, we get older every day. Just as long as I am. So people were asking me about like listening to your body. It took me a long time to understand why my neck was burning and then to also fully trust it. And it also has taken me practice to really listen to my intuition. But you will not be able to truly listen to your intuition until you understand how to move beyond what's considered the 3D plane. And a brother really explained it perfectly in a video that I just posted to my Instagram, to my Patreon, and I reposted it in my Instagram stories, where he talks about the difference between the 3D, the 4D, and the 5D level. And you can't really listen to your intuition until you are able to clear out the noise, right? The noise that is preventing you from listening to your soul. And where there's so much noise all the time, everywhere. So we have to figure out how to move past that. And that begins with ego death. Okay? That begins with ego death. And ego death is when you admit, you know, maybe I don't know what I think I know. And that sets you on a path. to unlearning. That's what the brother were talking about earlier. That sets you on a path of deprogramming. But you have to continue on the path of deprogramming or else you get stuck. It's like a lot of folks, they start going to therapy, they start in the deprogramming, but then they get stuck. They get stuck. And then they never really fully deprogram. There is some crazy machinery going on outside, and it don't make no sense because it is Sunday. Damn, we done dropped down to 9 to 8. How'd that happen? Did you know you're loved by somebody? Always. So, any more questions for me? This has been very helpful body doubling, I must say. This morning I was not feeling right, and I really brought my blanket downstairs and had big plans to just be cozy on the couch doing nothing. And I pushed myself and said, no, no, you're not going to just sit down here. You're going to go upstairs. You're going to go and you're going to make art. And so that's what I did. And it really was a much more enjoyable day because of that. And now we done figured out a path for the turkeys. Shit. Oh, yeah. I didn't even know there was a Mary J. Blige version of that song. Y'all, what are these people doing outside? I don't like that noise. Well, we've been on here for a long time. So I guess I'm going to go back to watching the Lorax. Thank y'all for keeping me company. We had some really cool combos today, too. And I hope you learned a little bit more about yourself, about myself. Do I still work out? Oh, Lindsay, not Lindsay. You're not gonna try Andor. Because if you lock in with Andor, it's not. You can't even try. Because it's like it's a whole thing. I think I got distracted, but I was talking about like dropping into your body and the ego death of it all. It's a process. Hey, Jordy, what are you guys talking about? Jordy's talking to the dogs that live down the hill. Where's everybody? Lamamba, hi, Bubba. I love you. I love you.